Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I am doing my April wrap up. I read 19 books. I read a few physical, some on my Kindle, and then I listened to a couple audiobooks. I've started entering my audiobook era. Okay, so the first book I read is The Nanny by Lana Ferguson. So this is a single father nanny romance, hence the title, The Nanny. And this was so much fun. So he hires her to be his nanny, obviously. Thing is though, she used to have an OnlyFans and he used to be her #1 subscriber. And when he hires her, neither one of them know who the other one is. This was a lot of fun. And the spice, so good. This was so good. This is really spicy, by the way. So if you're looking for just this cute, fluffy romance, it is cute, but it's very spicy. So I rated this 4 stars. And then I read June 1st by Jennifer Hartman. I rated this 5 stars, okay? This is all the stars. This was so good. This is a step-sibling romance, and it's about Brant and June. Something tragic happens to Brant when he's 6 years old to his parents, and then he ends up going to live with his best friend's parents, who had just had a baby. So he grows up with her, but nothing happens between them until she's 19 and he's 25. No feelings really develop until then. If you don't love a stepbrother romance, I don't suggest this, but it was really good. It was so good. And obviously, it's Jennifer Hartman, so she had me bawling my eyes out, literally sobbing. I had to put the book down for a minute so I can compose myself, because the amount of tears that I shed during this book, Jennifer Hartman is really good with emotional damage. And then I read In Good Company by Kat Singleton. I got the ARC for this, and I rated this 4.5 stars. This is a billionaire romance. So she is his private chef, and it's about Cal and Lucy. And it's an ex-boyfriend's brother romance. This was so cute. He calls her Lucy Baby, which is one of my new favorite nicknames in a romance book, because her name's Lucy and he just calls her Lucy Baby. So cute. And then Cal though, yeah. Plus, do you see this cover? This is beautiful, stunning, gorgeous. I'm in love. I really need to get the physical copy of this. And then I read The Wrong Heart by Jennifer Hartman. I rated this 4.5 stars. So the reason why I didn't rate it 5 stars, the epilogue is what really broke me and actually kind of pissed me off. Why? An epilogue is supposed to give you closure and happiness, feel all those happy, giddy feelings. No, by the end of this, I was actually I couldn't stop sobbing. I went to bed that night sobbing. She literally just loves to break your heart, because what the frick. I have never rated a Jennifer Hartman book less than 4 stars. I actually rated 3 books by her 5 stars, and this is the only 4.5 stars, but that's still a really high rating. She is phenomenal in my eyes. I will read anything she writes. She is an auto-buy author. I love her so much. And then I read Cocky Score by Kenna King. I rated this 2.5 stars. This is a brother's best friend romance, fake dating, and honestly, I was bored throughout this entire book. There was a few hee hee haha giddy moments, but other than that, I was really bored. Really bored. And then I didn't really like her brother. I felt his reaction to the whole thing was just a little much. I was eh. I mean, I understand you don't want your sister to be dating your best friend, but I think his reaction was a little much. But that's just me. Unfortunately, Cocky Score was not for me. I still might continue the series though, because this is a series. I think there's a lot of books out, but I'm hoping maybe they get better as you go. So I might still continue the series. And then I read Faking with Benefits by Lily Gold. This is a reverse harem. So she ends up with 3 of her neighbors. So there is her old high school teacher. There is the funny, goofy one. And then there is the shy one who has always had a crush on her. He is adorable. Oh, and it's friends to lovers. So they are all really close friends. And the 3 guys have a podcast. Basically, give you advice on dating. So there's Zach, the rugged ex-rugby player, Josh, the sweet boy next door, literally he's so adorable, and Luke, the silvered-haired divorcee who just so happens to be her old professor. I was gonna say I think my favorite is Zach, because I think he's just so flirty and funny, and I just love a flirty, funny guy. But it might be Luke, because he is that whole like brooding, grumpy-esque vibe to him, and I love that in a book boyfriend. Love it so much. But they all decide to fake date to help her in the dating department. So they decide to help her and fake date her and show her how to date. And it was so good. This was so good. This was a fun, spicy time. And then I read Nanny for the Neighbors by the same author, Lily Gold. This is actually a series. There's like 4 books in the series. I only read 3 of them. I still need to read the last one, but I needed a little bit of a break. It's a lot of spice, a lot of reverse harem going on. But this is another reversed harem romance. So it's about these 3 roommates who ends up with a baby on their doorstep, like in front of their apartment door, with a note attached to it that says, "To the boys in apartment 5A, congratulations, you have a kid." So it's a surprise baby trope, and they have no idea how to take care of a baby. So they're stressed out. And then they meet their neighbor, and she ends up helping them out and becoming their nanny. So there's Jack, Cyrus, and Sebastian. Jack is the sweet, nerdy game designer with the infectious smile. He's adorable. Cyrus, the flirty dancer whose smooth moves melt my brain into goo. He is the flirty, funny guy. Love it. And then there's Sebastian, the ripped businessman with the smoldering stare. So he is the, like, broody, grumpy vibe. I was gonna say, like, maybe he's my favorite, but honestly, he kind of pissed me off in, like, the beginning. So I didn't really start loving him until, like, halfway through. So Cyrus is gonna be my favorite. Like, he's still my favorite. I rated this 4 stars. Oh, and, okay, so I don't think I told you, but Faking with Benefits, I rated 4.5 stars. Like, so far, that is my favorite in the series. And then I read Triple Duty Bodyguards. It's the same thing, reverse harem, with 3 bodyguards and a celebrity. And this actually is different from pretty different from the rest, because it has a bit of romantic suspense in it, and I actually really loved that aspect of it. So there's Glenn, the Scottish sweetheart with the scarred face and gentle hands. He is the sweet one. Kenta, the long-haired soldier with the tattooed skin and streakered smile. And then there's Matt, the blue-eyed, bad-tempered leader haunted by his military past. So he is the dark, broody, grumpy type. So I'll just read you the first little paragraph. As one of the world's most hated celebrities, I'm used to unwanted attention. But when I wake up one morning to find a mysterious man has broken into my house, I know I need security. Fast. Enter the Angels, my 3 SAS bodyguards. So Glenn, Kenta, and Matt. So again, very spicy. I rated this 3.5 stars. This is my least favorite in this series so far. So there were like parts of it where I honestly was a little bored, but my favorite part about it was the romantic suspense. Like, I loved seeing the 3 men protect her, make sure she's okay, even though she tried to find them, like, quite a bit. So she pissed me off a lot, because she was so concerned. Like, she wanted bodyguards for her safety, but yet she literally disobeyed them constantly when they are trying to protect her, when there is a psycho guy out there literally stalking her. Girl, I would be listening to them. Like, what do you mean? So she did piss me off, which is the reason why I only rated it 3.5 stars. But I did still really enjoy it, and I really liked the romantic suspense of it all. And then I read Once You're Mine by Morgan Bridges. I rated this 2 stars. I actually had originally rated it 2.5 stars, but the more I thought about it, I'm giving it a 2. Because if I'm being honest, I really did not like this book, like, at all. I was bored throughout the whole thing. It's a dark romance. It doesn't seem all that dark. Like, it's really not super, super dark. So if, like, you want to get into dark romance, I would maybe suggest this to, like, dip your toe into the genre. And the main characters, Callista and Hayden, not my favorites. Like, I just didn't really care about them all that much. I have the second book, so I don't know. It ends on a cliffhanger, so you have to read the first one if you want to read the second one. It is a duology. The duology is called Possessing Her. Oh, and then I read, okay, Fearless by Lauren Roberts. Okay, this is all the stars. Okay, 5 stars, infinity stars. I loved this so much. I tabbed it like crazy. This was so good. So this is the 3rd book in the Powerless trilogy. This is the conclusion of it all. And I have been like anticipating this so much since I started the Powerless trilogy. Like, I love the series so much. I rated all 3 books 5 stars. I haven't read Powerful yet. And you were really supposed to read that after Powerless, because if you know, you know, Adina, which is why I have been putting it off for a while, because it's going to crush me. This was phenomenal. Let's see if I can find some quotes in here. Literally, every word that comes out of his mouth is like poetry. It is beautiful, and it has me rereading his lines all the time. Peyton is not a right or a wrong, not something as simple as a yes or a no. She is confusion itself, a feeling unplaced, a color between black and white. Hell, she is my silver savior, and hating her is not as simple as it may seem. But for me, it is not loving her that has proven to be difficult. The light is like so bright right now, like it actually kind of hurts my eyes. I'm gonna make it through this video first, and then I'll figure out the light. Peyton, I love you, like nothing else before. I love you, and I've been waiting to tell you since I realized your eyes are my favorite color, and your freckles the only constellation worth looking at. I could lie, say that you've stolen my every thought and heartbeat like the thief you are, but all of me was already all of yours. Pei, you are my inevitable. Yeah, no, I'm obsessed. This was so good. 5 stars, all the stars. You need to read this trilogy immediately. And then I read Heartless Hunter by Kristen Cicerelli. I rated this 4.5 stars. This duology is actually in a reading vlog, so if you want to go watch that, you should. Yeah, so honestly, for the first half, I was bored. But then the second half is what drew me in. Like, are you kidding me? That was so good. So this is a romance between a witch and a witch hunter. Okay, enemies to lovers. Oh, the tension. It just, oh, it was so good. So they are trying to deceive each other in here. So Rune is a crimson moth, and she's trying to save other witches from being purged. And then Gideon is the witch hunter after her, but he has no idea that she is the crimson moth. But they kind of like suspect something, so they decide to court each other to kind of like betray each other. This was so good. 4.5 stars. And then I jumped right into Rebel Witch, which is the 2nd book in the duology, and this I rated 5 stars. I was hooked from the minute I started reading this. The enemies to lovers in here, oh, a million times better than the first one. This one, the yearning, the longing, the tension, all of it was so good. I loved every minute of this. 5 stars, all the stars. Like, everyone needs to read this duology. And literally on the front right here, it says, love has never been so deadly. Yeah, no, read this. And then I listened to Two Can Play by Ali Hazelwood. This was my first audiobook and I loved it. This was so much fun. It's 3.5 stars. I like the 2 main characters. I didn't love them, but I did like them. And the audiobook was really good. Like, the voice actors, so good. Really enjoyed this. And the spice was good. And then I read Playmaker by Dina Faison. I rated this 2 stars. So I listened to the audiobook for this. And honestly, I was bored. It literally took me 2 weeks to finish the audiobook. I wasn't having fun, but I wanted to finish it. This is a sports romance, a football sports romance, brother's best friend, and friends with benefits. So I do love a good friends with benefits romance. This just did not hit for me, unfortunately. And then I read Bulrush by Maggie Rodden. I rated this 4 stars. This is a dark cowboy romance. My first dark cowboy romance. Loved it. I need to read more. And this is Second Chance. And the MMC, Ramsey, is an ex-football player who just got out of jail. This was so good. This is like romantic suspense. And I listened to the audiobook for this. And the audiobook, ooh, the voice actors, so good. But Ramsey and Hazel are supposed to be divorced. And they got divorced, I think, like 5 years ago. But the paperwork never went through. So they're still married. Yeah, this was so much fun. 4 stars. If you love your cowboy romance and your dark romance and you want them mixed together, read this. Okay, I had to turn that down because it was giving me a major headache. Oh my goodness, it's so bright. I just got this light on Amazon because my lighting, it was crappy. Like, it was horrible. So I needed a new light desperately. But it was getting a little too bright. Like, my eyes, like, I'm seeing spots right now. Like, that hurt. And then I read Sawyer by Jessica Peterson. I rated this 4 stars. I got to ARC read this. This is the 3rd book in the Lucky River Ranch series. This series so good. This is like a cowboy romance series. The first one is Cash, which is enemies to lovers. The second one is Wyatt, which is friends to lovers. And then Sawyer is single father and single mother romance. I ate it up. Sawyer literally down bad for this woman. And okay, the spice kind of hit like right away. I do typically like spice to kind of like weasel its way later in the book. It starts off as like they have a one-night stand, not expecting to see each other ever again, even though they've been thinking about each other for like 3 months. And then she moves to his town and then they run into each other. She knows his brother's girlfriend and she thinks, ooh, there's someone I would love for you to meet. He's a single father, you'll love him. And they are surprised. They're like, what? But they are so excited to be seeing each other again. Oh my goodness, this was really good. And the kids, oh, they're so cute. They are so cute. I have never read a single father and single mother romance like together. Imagine my surprise then when I moved to Hartsville and run into a tattooed cowboy with an adorable daughter of his own. Now, Sawyer wants more than the occasional playdates between our girls. But the closer we become, the more determined this sexy single dad is to keep me forever. And then I read Wild and Wrangled by Lila Sage. Literally, I read like 3 cowboy romances in a row. And they're all like kind of different. They're all like completely different kind of cowboy romances. But this is the last book in the Rebel Blue Ranch series. There are 4 books in the series. They're just Done and Dusted, Swift and Saddled, and then Lost and Lassoed. Lost and Lassoed is my favorite, which is no surprise because it's enemies to lovers. I rated this 4 stars. This is Second Chance. And this is between Dusty and Cam. Cam is the mother to Gus's daughter. Okay, so I really enjoyed this, okay? So, like, I rated 4 stars. I did enjoy it. However, I do wish we got more into Cam and Dusty's backstory for when they were kids, because they dated in high school. We didn't get much of that. We did get their past and present, but the past, we didn't get a whole lot, and I wanted more. And then the conflict between them towards the end. The way that she got mad at him for something that I feel like she shouldn't have even been mad at him about. Yeah, I didn't really like that. But other than that, I mean, I really enjoyed this. If you have not read the Rebel Blue Ranch series, you need to. This is such a cute and fun cowboy romance series. And these covers, like, are you kidding me? Like, are you kidding me? These covers are literally beautiful. And then I read Beautiful Fiend by Lola King. This is the first book in the North Shore series. And this is a dark romance. And it's dark. Like, it's a very dark. So if you want to read this, check your trigger warnings. I rated this 3.5 stars. I had a lot of fun with this. I don't really care too much for Kaden, which is the MMC. I do like Billy, though. I love the fact that she is an MMA fighter. I've never read a romance book where the FMC is an MMA fighter. I love that part of this. And then there's Jade. I hate Jade. Literally despise her. And she has her own book. That's the 3rd book. I'm nervous because I literally hate her. Despise her. I have no idea if she's going to be redeemed, like, at all. But then there's Zai. Zai, who is Billy's stepbrother. No, I love him. I literally love him so much. His book is the 2nd book, and I'm actually currently reading that. I'm not far into it, so I don't have a full opinion, but I still love Zai. But 3.5 stars. If you want to read this series, definitely check your trigger warnings. And the last book I read is Crescent Kingdom by Tessa Hale. So this is the first book in the Wolves of Crescent Creek. So this is like her new romantasy series. It's a wolf shifter reverse harem. It's like 5 guys and then 1 girl. and it was fun. Okay, it's not super spicy. It has maybe like a couple spice scenes, but it was so good. It was just a silly little fun time. Like, I enjoyed myself. But the ending, like, I wanted the second book immediately, but the second book doesn't come out until July, and I want to read it so bad. Oh my goodness. So there's Kingston, who is the very like protective type. There's Locke, who is like the shy, nerdy, techie type. There's Puck, who is like the flirty, adorable type. And then there's Brix, who is the dark and brooding type. And then there's Ender, who is the paranoid type. Like, I do not like Ender, okay? He is like my least favorite out of the guys. I'm hoping by the second one, maybe he might redeem himself. But at the end of this book, no, I, right now, don't like him. Kind of pissed off at him. I didn't like Brix at first, but then towards the ending, yeah, I was really loving him. All right, well, those are all the books that I read in April. I think it was a pretty decent reading month. I only had maybe like a couple that I didn't like. Guys, like, I am terrible at ending videos. Like, I never know what to say. Like, I'm always like, hi guys, yeah, like, that's the end of this video. All right, we're just gonna end it here. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one.